Welcome back to Featured Fan Builds. We will once again be looking at some amazing builds and cosmetic stuff by people within the hobby who have submitted their build. If you would like to submit a build to be featured on this series, the email is, of course, captain.xavier.fanbuilds@gmail.com. If your blaster does not get featured and I didn't email you to explain why, then it just wasn't one of the ones that I chose to feature, and I'm no longer keeping a backlog, so if I don't feature it in an episode, anything that isn't featured gets purged, so simply submit it again. And it will eventually get in, I'm sure. So, let's get into this. Our first build is by Alec, and here's what he had to say about it. This is my cosplay of an Umbrella Security Service soldier wearing heavy armor and carrying an alien-style arm-mounted minigun based on a Vulcan. And there he does have a YouTube channel. The link will be down in the description. And this is a really cool build. Apparently it is, as I understand it, inspired by myself. Obviously, very similar to my heavy build, though a lot more cosmetic detail and a lot of different little cosmetic things that he did. He actually did have a support arm, which I thought about doing for tier early on, but ended up abandoning that idea, and then, of course, finally doing it with the smart gun build. But he's done his from scratch, and it's really very, very cool. Now, as I understand it, this is not a functional blaster. It doesn't actually fire. The barrel does rotate, but it uses a drill motor, and he custom built the barrel out of cyclone shock cylinders and PVC, and then has, all of the tactical gear and all of that. So it's a really neat build. What I actually found slightly more impressive than the build itself was the photography. Whoever did the photography for this photo shoot did a beautiful job with lighting and angles and all of that, and it's really, really cool. But it's also just an amazing build, and I really need to talk to him about how he did that support arm, because I would kind of like to have one for tier, and the one for the smart gun isn't quite right for a minigun. There's differences in the way the two blasters work, and I'm not sure that it would be cross-compatible. So, anyway, beautiful build and beautiful photography by Alec. Check his channel out. Link will be in the description. Up next, we have Alexis. And Alexis has a number of builds. The first one that you are seeing here, she calls the Black Rose. And it is a bull-pupped Aeon Pro, which is something I don't know that I've seen. Somebody may well have done it, but I hadn't seen it yet. The stock is custom-made laminate wood and carved, and then the paint job, obviously, is the Black Rose. And again, beautiful photography, and this particular set of pictures she refers to as the Black Rose blooming in the snow, and I think that is just classy and poetic and beautiful. The next one we have is Blooddrinker, which is a slightly minimized rapid strike. Has been rewired to use Fang revamp motors. Again, beautiful artwork. The shade of red that she used, I really, really like that. And then the Victorian lace style detailing is really, really cool. The blaster is called Blooddrinker, which explains the fangs on the front, which are just your usual Halloween fangs, and then with epoxy sculpted in to make it fit on the barrel and all of that. And then the charms hanging off of the stock are resin cast blood drops. So again, just a really classy build all around, very well done, and it fits a theme very, very nicely. And I think that is really, really well done. Up next, we have Moros, the Greek primordial deity of doom. And this is a bullpup retaliator, very similar to the one that I've done, and very similar to the one that the Jankmeister built. And in fact, there are a couple of other elements in here that were drawn from his idea on a spring-assisted slide return, as well as the trigger linkage is similar to, more akin to Jankmeister's than mine. I did mine all internal, and this one is much easier and probably far easier to troubleshoot. The stock is then obviously a deploy stock, and it has been painted with an Omega symbol. Apparently, Alexis is interested in joining the auxiliaries Omega squads, which when you see the next blaster, she is definitely well equipped for that role. So this one is also very, very cool. The final one, and this is my favorite of them because of the modularity of it. You all know what I am about. This is Xiphos, which is a very flexible blaster. It has a number of different barrel attachments, several that are very, very specifically designed for this. There are ones that would fit on any number of barrel-attached blasters, but Alexis made one that really would only fit on a Raven. So a variety of various barrel attachments. We have this first one is a shotgun elite one from the mediator barrel attachment. Next we have just your standard retaliator barrel, but with an underslung Baron, which gives you Mega, which is where the functionality of the Omega Squad comes in, because you generally need to be able to fire a heavier type of ammunition to be able to take out super zombies or what have you. So that is an excellent option for that. This next one is the one that was very much, it really would only fit properly on a Raven, and it is a chrono barrel, but then a hand carved, the foregrip there is wood and hand carved, and just an elegant design that just fits in beautifully and is very unique. I've never seen anything that was exactly like that. I've seen similar concepts, but never one that was quite exactly like that. And it is, again, just a really, really elegant design. And I like how the curves matches in, and how it gives you the knuckle duster handguard, but then the foregrip and the curve to go, to contrast all of the angles that you usually have in End Strike, but then that curved magazine, just everything about it just fits very, very well. And then the last one is a performance boosting barrel. It is an afterburner barrel built into a retaliator barrel, and I'm not sure I've ever seen that done quite like that. And it's so wonderfully elegant and very, very functional. And one of the concerns, of course, with Ravens is having a lot of barrel drag. You put in high enough performance, but internals, it really balances out. But this is an easy way to boost that without having to do all the internal stuff. So absolutely beautiful work all around. So well done, Alexis, and I'm sure Sergeant Deplorable would be glad to have you in Omega Squad if we are ever at an event together and there are super zombies that need taking down. Up next, we have a pair of blasters by Gary, and rather than talk about them, I'm going to provide the data sheets that he provided. I don't know how well you'll be able to read them if you're watching this on, say, mobile as opposed to a computer, but absolutely some of the most amazing cosmetic work I've ever seen. The attention to detail, the finishing work, the design, everything about these are absolutely top tier of cosmetic work that I've ever seen. The level of finishing that he has done, the color that he chose, the designs that he chose, it was really quite humbling to me, because I realized just how poor a lot of my cosmetic work still is and how much I have to do. But it's also very encouraging, because I know that if I continue to work on my cosmetic work and my finishing work, I could indeed make stuff this pretty. So take a look at the data sheets, and then take a look at these two blasters. They are just an absolutely amazing matched set. And fit very well into this particular episode, seeing the stuff that we've seen already and some of the stuff you'll see in the slideshow. These are simply amazing. And this is just going to segue right into the slideshow. So, absolutely beautiful work, Gary, and let's take a look.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.